Sorry, my laptop is running a little bit slow this morning. And my phone is not on silent, so it's okay. Of course, everything's gonna come through. There we go. Okay, phone's on silent. Laptop's still running slow, but I think we're good. There we go. Now I'm coming through on the laptop. So once again, there's that delay of when it actually starts. So I will say again, good morning. I don't remember how I set up all my chat settings last time. So we're just gonna do without them. I think it's fine. I have Lisa set up as my moderator, so if there's any major issues, I know she will come save the day. But it was really just like making sure only subscribers can post, or you have to have been a subscriber of the channel for at least like a certain period of time to post in the chat. But I don't remember how to do any of that. But I see we've got, excuse me, 4 people in here right now. Good morning, everybody. Today's just sort of a relaxed fit sort of thing. We can chat, we can Q&A. I'll definitely do the bone reading. I just have had a slammed month. Hello, Michael, and happy birthday as well. I remembered. Happy birthday. Good morning. Yeah, it's been a slammed month. I feel like I've been saying that every month, but once again, it's been slammed. And I went to a party last night. Also, if I look, I don't know if it's coming up in this lighting, but I went to a party last night. Technically, it was a birthday party, but it was, luckily the friend, she loves horror and she loves Halloween. So it was a Halloween party as well, I should say. Good morning, Nanette. Good morning, Kara. And so I've washed my face twice and I can't get some of the like blood, like there's some red streaks on my forehead and on my cheeks, and there's like red rings around my eyes, not from blood, but from other makeup, and I just cannot get it off. It will with time, but today it was just like, no, you need some of this makeup on for your live stream. But my costume, I'm just gonna brag, it was amazing. My costume was amazing, and I will definitely post pictures in my October vlog. The theme for the party was villains and victims. So I dressed as Regan, and Mikey, my fiance, dressed as Father Damien Karras. So The Exorcist, if you don't know the character name references. So I looked hideous. It was so good. Okay, I've got good morning, Brooke. I am having a great morning. Thank you so much. I'm a little tired. I'm not tired. I'm more just a little sleepy still, but I'm doing good. Wiccan Pagan Texan. I'm just gonna call you Texan. Good morning. Boo, good morning. Happy Sunday. So yeah, welcome everybody. Excuse me. If you're hearing ghostly noises in the background, my rabbit is up and active in the loft right now. So he's at work. That's what my fiance and I say when he starts digging for the day. We're like, oh, he's clocked in for work. He's working for the day. So if you're hearing that in the background, apologies. It's just the bunny. Session. Session. Is it Session? Am I Session from San Antonio? Let me know if I'm not pronouncing that right. I'm always asking that, like, am I pronouncing this right? But good morning, everybody. Yeah, like I said, this is just sort of, I have nothing pre-planned other than I will do the bone reading. It is a pajama Sunday, so I'm just like chilling. So whatever questions you guys have on anything, witchcraft related, Samhain related, personal, I don't know, let me know. The word session, but so like session, is that right? That's actually like a really good description of how to pronounce that. I just hope that I'm getting it right. I think I just saw Veronica, there's a delay. Good morning, Veronica. Thank you. The party was hosted at, this is my friend Veronica in the chat here. It was hosted at her house, and she did an amazing job with the decorations and her costume. She was Billy the Puppet, from Saw. So Jigsaw's little puppet, and she was surprisingly adorable in that costume. Thank you. These are so comfortable. My sister got them for me a few years ago, I think from Target. Target has nice, cozy PJs. And I love that they do the themes. Session. Okay, I did get it. But now I'm gonna like think so hard every time I go to say her name. But Session the Texan. I will think of it that way. Okay. I'm bubbling with like coffee instead of tea. Once again. That I put way too much cinnamon in, but it's really good. But yeah, oh, I did want to tell you guys. I always do this. I end up talking about things during the live stream that I inevitably also talk about during the vlog. So sorry if you have to watch me talk about this twice, but I got my birthday gifts from my coven last night, which were, I should go grab them, but my fiance's still sleeping, so I don't want to disturb him and rile the dog up and everything. But there's this beautiful, beautiful Hecate statue that is like surprisingly big. Absolutely beautiful. And then a ton of devotional pieces, especially like with, kind of Hecate's like correspondences. So there's like a devotional candle, crystals, herbs, incense. It was awesome. Veronica, again, thank you so much. It was so cool, and I'm gonna get it all set up today. I can't wait. Which now I need to get like, I've got 3 altars going right now, you guys, and I need more surface space. I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but I have like my regular working altar, I have my Hecate altar, and then I also have my ancestral altar, which is now becoming a permanent fixture as opposed to just having it around Samhain. It's now kind of becoming a permanent fixture. Although, like you can see in the back here, I've got my little like Halloween town set up in that table behind me. Normally, most of the time of the year, like year round, I have like family photos and things set up out there. So I think what I'm gonna do is shift it. So just one section of it is gonna be dedicated to deceased relatives, friends, pets, things like that. The ancestral altar. So I'm gonna kind of scoot it. Thank you, Boo. Yeah, my birthday was last month. It was a great time. Well, I talked about it in my vlog. So if you guys are curious about that, it was about my birthday trip. It was a lot of fun. I put it in my September, my very late September vlog. Did I publish that already? I think I did. I don't remember. I don't remember. I know it came out late. I know I filmed. I'm pretty sure I posted it. Yeah. Wow. Let me get some more coffee. Okay, let's see. What else do I want to tell you guys about? If you watched my vlog, no, I did post my vlog. I remember because people were, yes, okay, never mind. I did post the vlog. So if you watched my September vlog, I got kind of a unsettling bone reading for the month of October. That was a warning. It has not come up yet, though. I was going to tell you guys if something had come up, but it hasn't, which is good, but it's also still like, I'm just waiting, like, We're about to put our Day of the Dead altar up, but the hutch we use has deceased loved ones on it year round. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do is just really section off part of it just for deceased loved ones, and then have their pictures, and then just kind of a spot where I can burn incense, light a candle, put out offerings, but then like really jazz it up for Samhain. Like once I reach October and I start decorating for Samhain, Halloween, really kind of jazz it up with a little extra, a little more flair. And then that way I'll have more space for my regular working altar. and my Hecate altar in the bedroom. Mm. But I'm very excited. Part of the reason I also bring up ancestral altars is because I'm coming out, the video that is coming out this Wednesday, I've already filmed it. I need to edit it today, but it is all about ancestor work, ancestor veneration. There is a heavy focus on ancestral altars, but it is also like different ways that you can honor ancestors. You know, what do I mean by ancestors? Because it's not just deceased, you know, blood relatives, that sort of thing. Um, so I'm really excited to release that for them, because I know for me at least that is a very, very important time or part of this time of year. But I've also in the past year kind of started to incorporate that as a more regular part of my craft as well. Although it has been slow going, I've talked about before, my intuition is a little bit stubborn. I'm not the most psychically open person in the world, which it's everybody has the ability, right? Just for some of us, takes a little more work than others. And I'm definitely one of those people where it takes a little more work. So that's something I've been working on a lot this year, actually, and I'm gonna continue to keep working on. It's definitely not that skill set is not fine-tuned yet, so I'm still working on it. But the week after that is going to be a video on, it kind of goes with it, but it's also separate from, but the next week will be a video on spirit communication. I'm so excited to be talking about that. So yeah. Okay, so my plans for Samhain and Halloween. During the day, I'm definitely going to do my normal Halloween deal of watching Hocus Pocus and carving pumpkins. So that's always fun. But I think my sister is also she's not going to visit for it because she's stubborn. But we like to get her on like a live stream video, and then we all stream it together. So we're gonna do that. But then I will also be doing my Witch's New Year pumpkin ritual, which I don't know. Mikey, my fiance, is not a practitioner, but he did join me for that last year. He did have one for himself, so I'm gonna try to get him to do that again this year. But I asked him if he would be willing to play with my Ouija board with me that night. Which, if you guys don't know, my fiance grew up in the church. He is now an agnostic. He was actually he was very much a Christian for a long time, and then when about college age, he became an atheist. And then he met me, and I kind of made him start to question things. So now he's more of an agnostic. But he still comes with the baggage of growing up in the Christian church. So there are certain things that he still fears, and I shouldn't say fears, it just makes him a little bit uncomfortable. It's very hard to break away from certain fears when, you know, you're raised with that fear of hell is a real place. It is a very real place. It is as real as, you know, 2 cities down. It is as real as like Oakland, California, that it could take us 30 minutes to drive to right now. Like, it is that real. And that was something that I didn't quite comprehend for a long time, how scary that is, because I was not raised in the church. So yes, there are certain aspects of my practice that freak him out a little bit. Poor guy. But you know, I've been getting him to like kind of dip his toe in the water with certain things, and open up his comfort levels with certain things. So I'm really hoping he will have fun, do a little spirit communication with me. I have a couple specific people I'd like to reach out to, and we'll see if he's down for it. Those are my big plans. I have like, there's a couple other things I know I want to do. Excuse me, I just got like, I don't know what's going on with my throat this morning. My allergies are really acting up today, so it's just like, But I want to plan a couple other things, but I always do my pumpkin ritual. If you're curious what I'm talking about, I do have a video for that. So if you look up, like, if you go to my channel and then look up like pumpkin magic, I discuss a whole bunch of uses for pumpkins and magic. And at the very end, I do this. It's sort of like a welcoming in the witch's new year and things that, using a pumpkin to focus on things that you want to manifest for the year. I love this ritual so much. For me, it's a really great way to celebrate the new year and focus my intention for the year. Um, so yeah, hold on, and let me get caught up in the chat. Psychically dense, yes. That I feel you. I feel you, and it's so funny because I know I was a lot more aware of things as a child. And I, somewhere along the way, got very closed off, which is kind of surprising because, I mean, so it's not, that happens a lot to a lot of people as they get older when they grow up. They're much more psychically open as children, and then it sort of starts to get closed off, and you have to reawaken it as an adult. But it's kind of strange. I feel like it's strange for me because I never stopped believing. I have always been into, even before I was a practicing pagan, I was very much into ghosts and psychics and different abilities and things like that. From a very young age, I was into, like, I did ghost tours as a kid. Like, my mom got me into all this stuff. I remember, I mean, it's debatable now that she's probably a fraud, but I read a lot of what's her name? The Sylvia Brown. I read a lot of Sylvia Brown as a kid, like a lot of her books. So it's just kind of odd to me that I, somewhere along the way, kind of like, I understand it closing off a little bit, but it closed off a lot for me. And um, I don't know, my path has had a lot of bumps and a lot of forks in the road and coming back around and U-turns and stuff. So maybe that has something to do with it. I do not know, but I am definitely very psychically dense right now. That is a great way to put it. I love that. Carrot, you still have your pumpkin from last year. Mine didn't last. I actually noticed it starting to get a little soft a couple months after we moved. Uh, so we moved in late December, and then I think between it being boxed up, which I did very carefully, but also it might have been just even the change in, I mean, not that the climate is a huge difference from Southern California to Northern California, but it is different. And so I think that sort of, I don't know. I don't know if it messed with it or if it was just like, I don't know. Now I'm also trying to, I should look back at my notes and remember what exactly I put on that pumpkin because I think I actually manifested a lot of the things, the more specific, because there was like general things on that pumpkin, like I want more money, like wealth, like wealth symbols for wealth and things like that. But I want to say, like, I know one of the things I wanted to manifest was the move. I wanted to manifest monetization for the channel, and those things. Did it really get squishy after it? Huh. I actually should go look at my notes, and I know I wrote down when I had to throw it out because it started to get soft. And I'm actually wondering if it got soft because it did its job. That's actually really interesting. I did not put two and two together until right this second. I just remember seeing it and going, oh, it's squishy. All right. I guess I have to dispose of it now. So, um, okay. But yeah, I also find I disconnected and reconnected. I hope there wasn't a big issue. Anyway, mine was probably about like this big. It wasn't huge, but it wasn't like a little tiny one. So I wonder like if was yours a smaller one or was it a bigger one? And yeah, I'm also curious like if it's just a climate thing. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, you did have a smaller one. Yeah, the little one seemed to keep for a long time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why my connection kind of keeps going in and out. Sorry about that. I just noticed it's loading again, but hopefully it's not interrupting too much. I hear my dogs. Okay, hold on one second. Ooh. I can hear my dog scratching at the door, and I should probably go let her out. She'll come out and say hello to all of you. Give me one second. Ooh, squishing behind here. Okay. Hi, Lena. You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? You can go that way. Oh, okay. Don't knock it down though. Hi. Hold on. Hold on. Don't you steal my seat. Okay. Sorry about that. Lena's don't lick your paws on the couch, please. Lena's up. You want to come say good morning? You want to say hello? Come say hello. Right up here. Here. Oh, she's gonna climb in the lap. No. She's gonna do her own thing. Okay. You pretty girl. Oh, she's so cute. At the party last night, Veronica also has a pit bull. I freaking love pit bulls, and he was so cute. But then we had left Lena at home, so it was also making me sad. Like, I miss my dog. It's been a whole 4 hours since I saw her. But that's me every day at work. Like, if it's a day where I'm not working from home, I'm just like, I miss my dog. Anyway, it's so pathetic. I don't know what's going on. Okay, hold on. Let me check my. I'm connected to Wi-Fi, so I don't understand why I keep connecting, disconnecting, reconnecting. I don't know. Okay, sorry. Sorry about the pause. Had to get the dog. Let me check what's going on in the chat. Boo, I think you're right. Like, that's one thing. I have not asked Hecate for too much since I do work with deity. I haven't asked her for too much lately because I mentioned in a previous vlog I did get a little bit neglectful with our relationship. Not entirely. I was still doing offerings and things. I just wasn't quite opening the channel of communication too much. And I probably wasn't doing offerings like as often as I should have been. And so it was sort of like we're good. Like, we're good. We're on good terms. But it sort of got a little long distance for a while where communication was a little limited. So I am like a little hesitant to start asking for favors yet. But you're right. Like, that is something that I do want to request. And I think we're about there. I think we're okay. Oh, she's groaning. You're a groany baby. She's cold. You're so cute. Okay. Maybe it's because you're a Virgo, because I'm the same way. It might be. And to be honest with you, I should actually look into this because I'm definitely not the most knowledgeable when it comes to astrology. So that is something that I would have to look into. But yeah, I am curious that could be something that is affecting. I also think for a while it like chakra blockages, especially. I feel like sometimes I get blocked up easier because I have mental health issues. So it's a balancing act with my emotions, and your emotions can affect your chakras, and your chakras affect your emotions, and there's a lot there. So I do a lot to try to keep everything in alignment, keep everything clear. And that might be where I'm just focusing a little too much on keeping, things like the heart chakra and anyway. I don't know if you guys heard that, but she is just such a big baby. You're such a baby. Uh, anyway, there's a few different areas that I'm like, I think that, actually I should probably do a reading to kind of look at like a bone reading or something to kind of see, just straight up ask, hey, what is causing this? Especially because I have been able to, like I said, I've been avoiding kind of asking Hecate for favors lately, but I have been seeking advice from her. Just like I said, opening up more of a dialogue with her. So I've been asking for advice, and so that actually would be a good start to it. I share a large house with a few Christian guys. It's funny how much power they assign to my altar in my practice. Yeah, people I don't know if your roommates get freaked out by your altar, but yeah, I've had some people over who will not go anywhere near my altar. I had a friend in my car one time, and I had my charm bag hanging from my rearview mirror, and we were just like sitting in the car chilling and just talking and stuff, and he reaches up and starts playing with it, and then he was just like, "What is this thing?" And I was like, "It's witchcraft." And he was like, "Dude, don't." I was like, "It's not." He got like and then from there I just had to mess with him because it was funny to me. But then he, a few days later, dropped his keys in a puddle, and he blamed it on me. I was like, that wasn't me. That car charm is all about like protection, anti-theft, no road blockages, not getting lost. Like that has nothing to do with your car keys. But actually, yeah, it was his car keys. So maybe, I don't know. Don't talk shit about the car charm bag because you'll drop your keys in a puddle. And he said it was a deep puddle too. It was like a puddle in a pothole. So he had to like reach into it to get his keys out. Thank you. She is. Lena, you're really the best. Um but anyway, let me what are you guys' plans for Samhain? I would love to hear. I'm actually a little, I don't know if, sorry, I'm scrolling up in the chat to see if Lisa is here. I hope she's doing okay. Um, it's fine that she's not here. I just more like am worried. When people don't show up, I get worried um, about their health, and also because I watch too much true crime. I'm just like, oh, they've been murdered. um, no, I hope she's doing okay. Just because she said she's gonna be here today, and I'm a little concerned, but she's probably okay. Just got her own stuff going on. Actually, I do want to say I believe Lisa's hopefully still doing her live stream. Last time I popped over from finishing up my live stream, and then at 2 hours after my live stream starts. So for me, mine starts at 9 a.m. California time. Hers starts at 11, but that might be a different time for you guys. So depending on your time zone, it's 11 a.m. California time. Lisa's stream starts over at Beyond Authentic, and she does free tarot readings for people. And it's a lot of fun. So hop on over there after this. Even if she doesn't end up live streaming today, just subscribe to her. She's great. I love her stuff. Um, oh, awesome. Ooh, I need to check I'll admit, I have not checked the Facebook messages in like, oh God, a really long time. Okay, but I will make sure to check it now that you've specifically told me that it's over there, because I would love to see that. Actually, yeah, you guys, if you have one, if you have an ancestral altar and you are I really hope that my phone is picking up that noise, because she is just the most pathetic little pitiful noises. Poor baby, it is cold. Um, if you have an ancestral altar and you are comfortable sharing it, I would love for you to post it on Instagram, whether on your Instagram feed or in your stories, and tag me at Bewitching.Bemused on Instagram. I would love to see them. Or I should probably put a post on the Facebook page actually, where people can comment with pictures of their altars, because I would love to see them. Actually, I think I'll do that as well. So either way, share them. I really want to see them. Same with like any kind of like Samhain like decor or setup, or even just Halloween decorations, because I love Halloween decorations. mm. Okay. What else do we got here? Elizabeth. Okay. Oh, your dog is barking at Lena. And it's a good thing that Lena can't hear your dog, because she would be barking back. She normally does during the live streams, like bark at least once. Um, and then I love it, because then I see people it popping up in the chat. Hello, Lena. But I think today she's tired and she's cold. It's chilly today, and it's supposed to rain later, which is why it is a pajama Sunday. So um, she, I think, is just, she's ready for pajama Sunday as well. She's all curled up. Normally she's like over by the door watching people walk their dogs at this time, but right now she's just like, it's so, mommy, why is it so cold? Make it not cold, mom. She's groaning again. But anyway, what is your guys's what are your plans for Samhain? I would love to hear about them. Something yesterday, I'm behind on, but I think she's late. Okay, yeah, no, as long as she's fine. I just yeah, no, I did see a notification pop up. I think actually it was for a live stream. I don't know if that was her like just pre-setting her live stream for today. But I thought I saw something pop up last night for a live stream. And I keep disconnecting and reconnecting. I really hope it's not interrupting the feed too much. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize for that. Anyway, tell me about your Samhain plans, as well as your Halloween plans, whether you do them both together or if you do them separately. Let me know in the chat here. I want to talk about them. Do you guys like to do more divination on Samhain, because it is such a like psychically heightened time? Do you connect with ancestors? Do you connect with spirits? What do you do? Also, do you celebrate Witch's New Year as part of Samhain on the same day? Do you do it separately? And of course, Samhain goes from the night of October 31st to until the night of November 1st. So I know some people kind of do them on separate days, like focus on Samhain on, November 1st during the day, and do Witch's New Year the night before. And some people don't do Witch's New Year at all at this time of year. So I'm just curious. Tell me all about it. I need to make a note for myself somewhere to post on the Facebook, because I won't remember. I'll just open Facebook. That will remind me. And to check the messages on there. Oh, I hope it's not backlogged with messages. I feel bad. I'm just really bad at checking social media messages in general, because I'm not a big social media person. So if you are one of those people that has messaged me on there, I am so sorry if I have not gotten to it, and it's been 9 months. My bad. I feel bad about it. Okay. Yes. Yes, month long. I feel you on that one. So is mine. It's a big combo of Halloween and Samhain, admittedly. Just because I talked about this in the Samhain history video. One is, Halloween's very secular to me. Samhain is not. but there's a lot of overlap, of course, for me anyway. So that's a whole month long thing. I've been celebrating actually since about Mabon. We have a full Sabbath ritual. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure if my coven is, we actually need to discuss it. I'm not sure if my coven is gathering for Samhain. I hope we are, but I know everybody's been very, very busy. We got one person training for a new promotion. I've been busy this month, so there's just a lot going on for a lot of people. So if anything, we might have to get together like kind of first week of November type of deal. But I actually need to check in with them and see what's going on with that because I really want to do a coven thing for Samhain because I'm pretty sure it's all of our like it's our favorite Sabbath. I know it's mine, but I think a lot of the my coven members it's their favorite Sabbath. So yep, I also yeah, I like to set a space. I don't do a full dumb supper. At least I probably won't this year. But I still do set a spot at the table, serve foods, whatever I'm eating. Serve a full plate. I think this year we're just doing one space. I might do more than one space this year, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. Yep, we've been doing Halloween movies all month. um, because we love horror films. Um, what are your favorite Halloween movies, Nanette? Actually, everybody, what are your favorite Halloween movies? Because I'm a big like horror film fan, but also just Halloween films in general. Like Hocus Pocus is not really horror, but I love it. Same with like Practical Magic. It's not horror, but I view it as a Halloween movie and I love it. So both horror and slash Halloween movies. Tell me what your favorites are. Recommend some. If I haven't seen them, I want recommendations. Um, yeah, actually, so Nanette, you mentioned baking, and that's something I've been debating doing because I love baking with the Sabbats. I love baking, and of course now I have to bake gluten free, but that's fine. I'm adjusting. I can manage that. And I was thinking about I'm freezing again. Okay, I'm thinking about making a pie, either apple or pumpkin. Um, but then I realized I'm gonna get candy for trick-or-treaters, and this always happens every year. We live in an apartment, so we don't get many trick-or-treaters. And then guess who ends up eating the candy? Me. Which I'm not complaining, right? I'm not complaining, but my scale is complaining. So, I've been kind of debating. I might just bake something that's not super sugary. I might do like a bread or like I love croissants, so I might or maybe like a muffin, like bake something for like a breakfast treat, and then have the candy in the evening. But I'm also yeah like I decorated our balcony. This is also the first year that I didn't share a porch with somebody. Like we have our own entryway that's not shared with everybody. So I've got cobwebs out there. I've got my wreath hung up, my spooky doorbell. I've got all kinds of decorations out there. Nobody else is decorated in my whole complex. I haven't seen a single other Halloween decoration. And so that just tells me I'm probably not going to get any trick-or-treaters, which then also tells me that's a whole lot more candy that I'm going to end up eating, which I should have the willpower to throw it away, but I do not. Um, so, um, but I love baking as part of my like kind of Sabbath ritual. I love uh, cooking in general. I'm also definitely gonna be cooking. It's called Dinner in a Pumpkin. It's sort of like a it's like what is it? Like ground beef, I think. Cheese, rice, like corn, olives. There's some other things in there, and you put it all inside of a pumpkin and bake it, a hollowed out pumpkin. So that way it doesn't have pumpkin in it, but it kind of gets infused with the pumpkin-y flavor, and it's so good. It's so good. So I do like to do that for the October 31st for dinner. So I will be cooking, but I guess that's baking. If you throw it in the oven, it's technically baking, kind of. Okay, anyway, carrying on. Yeah, I love the process. I've noticed a couple people saying that they toast to the dead, share stories, talk about them, share memories. Same. I love that part of. I think that's such a great way to honor the dead because that's how people live on, right? Is like through memories, through carrying on stories and talking about them, keeping their spirit alive. Um, and I love that process, even if it's just to sit down myself and look at pictures and kind of remind myself of like, oh, that one incident is one that I haven't, that one day we did that one thing and blah blah blah, or they said this, that. I haven't thought about that in a while. And for me, it kind of brings that memory back to life, even if I'm not actively like talking to another person about, hey, do you remember this? But I do like to take a moment to even just like text my sister like, oh, remember that time so and so did this or that happened, and I like to kind of just let the memories come to me slowly throughout the day. um and so that's why I say like sometimes I just like text my sister, remember this, because I just like to kind of, I don't usually section off a like specific time to sit down and talk about them usually. Sometimes I will if I have more people around, like visiting who knew, like over at my place or I'm with them that knew those people. But I don't think I will this year. So it'd just be me talking at Mikey. Poor Mikey. Um, but so I kind of make it like a whole thing throughout the day where I do a lot of reminiscing throughout the day. I let little things remind me, things that I see throughout the day remind me of certain people and certain moments. And then I'll like share that with somebody else who knew them, even if it's just reaching out to that person through text and saying like, "Hey, remember that time?" I love that part of the process of the day. Okay, I'm getting behind. I'm yapping too much. Well, I guess the live stream is for yapping, so anyway. Yep, Kara, we have pretty much the same plans. Carving pumpkins. I'm probably not going to do the dumb supper, but definitely cooking dinner, like doing a specific dinner for the day. And then, yeah, break out the Ouija board. Let me know how it goes. I'm super excited for that part of it. I don't think I've ever actually, like, I've done divination on Samhain, but I don't think I've ever actually done spirit communication on Samhain. I don't know why. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know why. Okay. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Elizabeth, you live in a haunted house. That is so cool. That's my dream, is to own a haunted house. Or at least to live in one. But oh yeah, I bet like this time of year it's got to get very, very active, I'm sure. Sorry, I just lost my spot in the chat. There we go. Okay. Boo says we used to go clean the graves and decorate them, but I can't now and I miss doing that. I know my answer. Yeah, my I don't have many graves to visit. Just because a lot of family is either not buried in the area or I don't know. I'm very disconnected from my ancestral line, which I kind of talk about in the video that's coming out this week a little bit. I don't go into too much depth, but I don't know too much beyond my grandparents. And even um, most of my grandparents, I don't know. Like, biological anyway. Like, I have a step grandfather and then his wife, and those are my grandparents now, and that's about it. But that's a whole long story, but I just really don't have access to graves to visit. But I love that. That sounds really beautiful, actually. Like I mean, I'm very thankful, don't get me wrong, that I also haven't lost many people in my life. So it's a good thing, right? That I don't really have graves to actively go visit and deck and clean up. That's a good thing. I'm not complaining, but it's that's lovely. I love that. I know someday I will, and that will definitely be part of, I will adopt that sort of thing as part of my routine as well, part of my, not routine, but celebration. Oh, skull painting. Rosemary's Baby. I love Rosemary's Baby. I actually haven't watched The Witches of Eastwick in, I think, since I was a kid. Okay, that's actually, I need to add that to my list. I should watch that because I really haven't seen that in so many years, I barely remember it. All of the Halloween movies. That's another one I think Mikey hasn't actually seen Halloween, I don't think. So I plan on showing him that one this year. Excuse me, I'm over here burping. Coco! I love Coco so much. Easy Vampire. That movie, Coco, I love that movie so much. Like I can The Haunting, the original one, I've been wanting to show the original The Haunting to Mikey because like I'm a huge Mike Flanagan fan, which is he's a writer director. If you guys haven't watched The Haunting of Hill House, the mini series on Netflix, it's one of the most incredible pieces of television I have ever watched in my whole life. It is so good. Um, I highly recommend it. And it is a loose adaptation, of course, of the book. So it's a loose adaptation, but there's, the cranes and the hill. So anyway, there's the house and everything. So, but it's incredible. I love it. I love all of Mike Flanagan's work though. So, but that one's my absolute favorite of all of his work ever, his movies, his shows. That one is amazing. Um, the Haunting that came out in, I think it was either like the late 90s or the early 2000s with Catherine Zeta-Jones and I can't think of his name. Anyway, doesn't matter. That one, honestly, I feel like it could have been an okay movie, but they ruined it with the CGI because they just overdid it. They just way overdid it. If they had just kept the CGI very limited, that movie could have had a lot more promise, but it just made it very cheesy. But the original The Haunting from 1963 is so good. And it is surprisingly unsettling for the time that it came out. Like the moment when I think her hair is being touched. Just anyway, that's another one I need to add to my list because Mikey needs to watch that one. It is so good. Oh wow. A haunted Airbnb. Cleaning and decorating the graves tends to be misunderstood here in the US. It's denied in Catholic cemeteries. Could you actually tell me a little more about that? I'm curious because like for me when I think about cleaning and decorating the graves, I personally like my process of that would be cleaning up any old flowers that were left behind, if there's like stray leaves and things like that that are on the gravesite, like I would just clear those away and then put out like fresh flowers and things like that. But actually like um So that would be, but that's me specifically what I have in mind when I think of that sort of thing. So I'm actually like, I would love if you would share a little bit more about that, especially if it is misunderstood here in the U.S. I am just genuinely curious. Um, The Lost Boys, yes, amazing. Practical Magic, Hocus Pocus. I haven't actually watched It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown since for a long time actually. Children of the Corn, Halloween Town movies. I love those ones. I love Harry Potter, but I don't really do the movies around. It doesn't give me I don't feel Halloweeny when I watch them. That's just a me thing though. I love those movies, but I always save like if I'm gonna do like a franchise, like watch a whole franchise. Mikey and I tend to do that in January. I think last year we did all of the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies, and then the year before that we did all the Harry Potter movies. I think the year before that we did all the Star Wars movies. Um, but I think that's because we spend so much time in October watching our Halloween movies and horror films. And then it is December, we've got a bunch of like Christmas movies that we watch. So January is just sort of like a palate cleanser, I guess. Like get away from all the holidays and get into just regular movie watching again. We always like choose like a franchise and watch. I think this year we might do we haven't done Indiana Jones or Back to the Future in a while. So we might have to do that. Oh, got it. Okay. Seshen, that's totally I totally understand. I will stick with that name all in here. Got you. I'm glad you let me know. Casper. I love Casper. Yeah, no, I remember the first time I saw Coco, I was at a Halloween party and somebody put it on and there was just like partying going on all around me. And I just remember sitting there just like transfixed by that movie and then just like crying. Like, I mean, I wasn't like, I had a drink or two. So it wasn't just sitting there like sloppy drunk, just like crying my eyes out to this movie, but it was just like, but it was like everybody's all having fun around me and I'm just like, oh my God, like this is so good. It's such a beautiful movie. There's no like there's nothing about that movie I can critique. Some of my favorite movies, I can usually find a couple things that I can find small flaws. That movie is so good. It is just so good. Yes, Krampus does. Hi, Christina. Welcome. I'm sorry if I got to your comment late. I've just been working through the comments. Oh yeah, The Others was a really good movie. It was a surprisingly unsettling movie. I've actually been meaning to read Turn of the Screw, which is what that's based on. Especially because I talk about Mike Flanagan again. His show, The Haunting of Bly Manor, is based on the same. I think it's a novella. Actually, I don't think it's a short story, but I think it's like a novella. It's based on the same one, The Turn of the Screw. And so I've been meaning to read it, especially because his take and then that movie, and then there was another movie that was based on it, are so different and I always love to read the original source material that these things were adapted from because I'm curious like how they all tie together. Anyway, I really like The Others, and I haven't seen that in a few years actually, so I should be like writing down a whole damn list right now. It's quite prevalent in Mexico. Families clean the grave sites and have picnics and music right there in the cemetery to feast with the. Okay, so actually, I do know about that. But I guess yeah, that makes so I would assume. I shouldn't assume, but I'm asking you. So is it part of the process of like of is it the feasting and the hanging around afterward and like playing music and things like that that the Catholic cemeteries don't like, they kind of don't want happening there? Is that what the issue is? Or is it something to do with the decorations? I'm just curious, because like I said, I don't know anything about it. So um yeah, I guess unfortunately part of it also like really depends on which, what what the regulations are at at that particular I can't talk right now, cemetery. Also probably it might be like a local rules and restrictions, because yeah, like I could see some places saying like absolutely no open flames, like in California. I know in some areas there's just like no open flames allowed. Like at my wedding venue, no open flames are allowed. It's too risky with the fires in the area. So we have to have all electric candles, no sparklers. We can't do any of that. Can you guys hear her? She's dreaming. She's like, she's so cute. Her little like half barks that she does when she's dreaming are just the cutest damn thing ever. Holy crap. Um Thanks guys for I'm sorry I didn't have a topic to discuss today. I mean, I guess we did have the topic of Samhain and things to do on Samhain, but I'm sorry I didn't have like I had no plan for this stream. But I appreciate you all coming in and hanging out with me and Lena, and dealing with this apparent issue I'm having with it connecting and disconnecting and reconnecting with the internet. I don't know what's going on with that. I am having more issues with the internet though, so I am going to wrap this up pretty soon. I do want to read real fast these comments on what we were talking about with decorating the grave sites and everything, and then we will do our group collective bone reading, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the day. Then I want to pop over in about an hour. Lisa is hopefully starting her live stream, so I want to pop over there and at least say hey to her, hang out for a little bit. Dog is wagging his tail. Okay, let's see. The Catholics find the sugar skulls offensive. Really? I mean, I'm not surprised, but... And picnicking and musicians are not allowed. Yes, but anything non-Christian in decoration is forbidden, at least here in San Antonio. So no Day of the Dead, which is very... Yeah, that's also highly offensive. Like, I don't know. I just find that very offensive. That it's like, if it's not Christian, it's... The bunny just startled me. Love the stream and hearing your baby. I know, she's such a... The other baby settled down, but he just like, I think he got a little quieter for a while, and then he made a noise, so it startled the hell out of me just now. But well, it's good to know that, okay, so in the South it's a little more like acceptable. Yeah, but that's unfortunate that it would be like, that's not inherently Christian, so it's not allowed here. Man, that's unfortunate. That's really too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. But thank you for answering all my questions about it, because I am very curious about different practices and things like that, and different ways of celebrating and honoring the dead, and especially particularly around this time of year, and all the different like festivals, Sabbats, and holidays that take place this time of year. So thank you for answering all of my questions. Usually I'm the one answering questions on the live stream, so I really appreciate that. And thank you all so much for sharing. I'm actually gonna have to go back through and list all the movies. I need to remember the others. Halloween, and there was another one, Witches of Eastwick. I need to, okay. Halloween, the others, Witches of Eastwick. Okay, I gotta remember it. I need a notepad with me when I'm doing this. Okay, so let me get a good cleanse going on these real fast. Where's my selenite? There it is. All right, cleansing the bones. I hope you guys are all having a relaxed, lazy Sunday. I love lazy Sundays. They are really the best. I can't wait. It's like it's not overcast. There's clouds out, but it's not overcast right now, but it is supposed to rain in the evening. So I need to figure out what movie we're gonna watch when it starts pouring and it's dark out. What types of bones do you use? So I actually do. It's sometimes called bone throwing, but it's also I've heard it called by other names, junk throwing. My process of bone throwing is a mix of like I do have bones in here. Like I have a little wishbone right here. That's just right up top. I have like part of a jawbone in here. Yeah, like right there. But there, so you can see it better. But I have also like random items that have gathered like different meanings and like types of significances. There, anyway, I did a whole video on how to kind of put together your own set, but I have a mix. So like certain things have certain meanings specifically for me because of like how I found them, how I felt when I found them, where I found them, things like that. So it's sort of a mixed bag, quite literally. It's quite literally a mixed bag. So I have like a button in here, and there's an old item from a broken ring, and then there's a pearl ring, and there's like different mixed things in here. But actually, if you're curious about that, find my video on bone throwing, and you'll see my whole set in there. We have Mardi Gras, and part of that is in the cemetery, so maybe anything goes here. Oh, okay, yeah. God, I would love to attend Mardi Gras at some point. Like I'm not a big party person. I'm not a big partier. I used to be, but but it's still like I know Mardi Gras is not all about like I just think like it's an experience, right? So El Muerto. I'll check that one out too. I really need a list right now. Okay, so right now I'm going to do just a simple 3-item pull for everybody. It's going to be a collective group reading. So it may apply to you, it may not. I sort of just do a general outreach. I don't contact Hecate directly for this one. I just ask for channel in anything that we need to hear at the moment, or we need to know at the moment. So, okay, here we go. So I'm going to charge these up. Give me a second. All right, now I'm going to pour a couple out. Oh, that's one right away. Oh, I don't get that one very often. Okay. Okay, we got an interesting mix here. Okay. Bear with me because sometimes this takes like a minute for me to kind of piece together and interpret because bones are tricky. They can be tricky, but also in addition to that, doing only 3 items at a time can sometimes make it a little bit too vague. So it can be kind of hard to like piece together like what does this mean? So the first item that came out was this little plastic baby, this little creepy little, he's creepy, she, I don't know. It's a little bit creepy, but anyway, it's just a plastic baby. It's not meant to be creepy. but it's a symbol of something new is about to begin. So yay, that's awesome. It represents fertility in all of its forms. So whether that is actual like pregnancy or the start of a new business. Hey, we got a start of a new year coming, so it could be referring to the witch's new year. But it can also represent being naive or ignorant in a particular area. So it's kind of like you're a baby. You're brand new to something. You don't know a whole lot about it. You need to learn more. Um, but you're also going into this new thing, not only with like some naivete, but also with all like that, the wonder of a baby. Like babies just find everything's new to them. So everything is just like, wow, this is amazing, right? Like the like kind of childlike wonder. Um, so yeah, it sort of represents fertility, innocence, curiosity, naivete, lack of knowledge or wisdom. Let's see if we can kind of hone down what that means though, like what it is in particular with this based on the rest of the items. So we also got this jawbone, which I pulled out earlier. So this is a wonderful mystery. Wow, we're still being I'm like, let's see if we can figure out what this baby represents. Nope, it's a mystery. Um, so this item is yeah, it's a mystery, but it's a positive one. It's a good one. But this is also an item of repurposing. Um, if you find something in your life isn't getting used, turn it into something useful. This item also has a third meaning, making this even more vague. Um, so this is useless teeth, unnecessary bite. I don't think this applies here, but I just want to put all the meanings out there in case something clicks for somebody. This one is sort of like, yeah, they're teeth. They could hurt you, but it's not attached to anything. We don't even have the other side of the jaw. So this is just like unfounded aggression, useless aggression, hostility that's getting you nowhere or is like not needed in any way. So that's another meaning for it, but I have a feeling that's not part of this reading. Finally, we have this little mini conch or conch shell, depending on how you pronounce it. This one represents communication. So being heard, being understood. It could be an announcement is coming, but it's also about like being heard from far away. But most of the times when this item gets pulled, I have found that it means like it stands for the need to be understood. So let's put these together. I got something new. We got a mystery. Wow, this is so vague. Okay. Being heard. And that's the order that they came out in as well. Um, or yeah, maybe it is about like there is something new, and you're kind of going into it with very little experience or knowledge, but going into it with, vast amounts of excitement and wonder because it is so new. Um, there's some mystery that applies to it. Maybe this new thing is a mystery. Don't know what it is yet, or there's mystery about it. Um, but it's going to, oh my goodness, it is very vague. Um, it's also hard because I don't have any specific context to put it into. It's not like I'm doing a reading for a specific person and they've asked a specific question, right? So sometimes they're a little bit hard to interpret. But yeah, it's just like I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Um, I can see the conch shell as the inner voice since it's our rushing blood that's creating the sound. Oh, I do like that. I really like that. Yeah. Um, yeah, you need to hear yourself, right? You're right. Like if I think about that piece in terms of like communication, the need to be heard, like sometimes it's that manner of hearing yourself, like listen to yourself. Yeah, so you're going into something new with a little bit of innocence, little naivete, little ignorance. That's exciting, especially it's an exciting, wonderful mystery because it is so brand new. Just really pay attention to your inner voice, listen to yourself, trust your instincts on this, and let that guide you. I'm going to take that away from it. If anybody else has sort of a different interpretation, I'd love to hear it. Or if this applies to you right now. I love when it's a fun reading. Sometimes I get a reading during these group readings that are kind of like calling people out. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to put anybody on blast. My bad. Um, yes, exactly. Like it's the sorry, boo. The baby one is kind of a mix of like the Empress and the Fool, right? Because the Fool is like going into something very you were just brand new and it's is it the Fool? I think it's the Fool. The Fool is not like not necessarily a negative thing, it's more just like there's inexperience there, there's uh yeah, lack of experience, lack of knowledge in a certain area, just being kind of brand new to something. Like it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's more just like this is something you need to learn about and you're you know um but tarot's not I love tarot, but it's never me and tarot have never fully connected. So I don't practice tarot very often, so forgive me if I'm getting that off a little bit. Um if you know more about tarot than I do, and I'm completely getting that wrong about the Fool, but the Fool card. But yeah, like that's kind of how I view the baby one, as a mix of the two of those. Jawbone to me speaks of communicating with the dead. It could be, yeah. Yeah, the reason I assign these, like I said, so these are the meanings given to these are based on what these particular items mean to me in particular, because each bone reading set is very personal. It's very, very personal. And and that um is why, like, yeah, if you see something in my set and go like, well, that doesn't really mean that to me, that's fine. And I also encourage people, like, I read you guys what my meaning is for the item, but if it means something else to you, like, go ahead and interpret it that way. I love that we can get multiple meanings out of these, especially because it's so simple. It's just a 3 item pull. It's not the full thing, right? So but I like that, communicating with the dead, especially this time of year, right? um Yes, he's on an adventure, innocent and pure. Yes, okay, that's what I thought so, Boo. Thank you for thank you for validating me. I thought I was remembering that correctly. The useless teeth could be critics of whatever new thing you're embarking on. Ignore the critic. Yes, I love that. Session. I was like session. Nope, session. Got it. Okay. I love that, especially because again, it's like, no, 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 don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. It's completely unfounded. Listen to yourself. Listen to your inner self. Like just keep pushing, try this new thing. It's okay. Like you're just gonna get better at it the more you do it. So ignore these people, listen to yourself, trust your instincts, your trust your gut on it. Hi Lena. You need breakfast, huh? Lena's just looking at me with her big brown eyes and she's being so cute. All right, you guys, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, I know this was a bit wandering. I didn't have a set plan, but honestly, I liked keeping it relaxed. This was a lot of fun. Sometimes when I have a plan, I'm just like, I gotta stick to the plan, and then but I also want to interact with people in the chat, and then I get sidetracked and I forget what I was talking about and I stress myself out. So this was actually pretty nice to not like have a plan, to just go in and hang out, because that's all I really want to do with these live streams for the most part. I know that's what I get out of it, is I get to hang out with you guys, which I find a lot of fun. And I'm so sorry I missed last month's. That was really first I was traveling and then I got that stomach bug and it was not meant to be last month. So I'm back. I'm back. But yeah, and to all of you who are coming in later and watching this later on, go ahead and leave a, let's say, a skull emoji in the comments down below to say that, hey, I came and I watched this later. And thank you all so much for tuning in live. Thank you all so much for gonna tune in later. This is my first live viewing of any YouTube. I feel special. I'm glad you really enjoyed it. I'm still feel like I'm new to the whole live streaming thing, and I don't know if I I think I'm doing okay. But I feel that's awesome. That makes me feel really good that this is the first one you've ever tuned into. But yeah, anyway, I think that's everything. Happy Samhain. I mean, I'm gonna see you guys in the meantime. I've got a couple more videos, and then I'm gonna do a bonus video coming out on October 31st. So yeah, I'm excited for all of that. Have fun with the videos coming out, and hopefully it helps you guys kind of deepen your ancestor work and work on spirit communication. I'm very excited for that video. Thank you so much, and I loved everyone's comments. I'm sorry you had a technical. Yeah, no, it's actually like now, of course, as I'm logging off, it seems to have cleared up. As long as it didn't like interrupt, like you guys, as long as you guys could understand what I was saying, I don't really mind. I hope it was still like pretty smooth for all of you guys. But I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate all of you, and I appreciate your time. Michael, once again, happy birthday. I'm glad you took the time to tune in on your birthday. I'm sure you probably have better things to be doing, so I'm glad you're here. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much once again. I kind of want to start doing more live streams. Every time I do a live stream, I have so much fun, and then I'm like, I should do more of these. I had a great time, and it's my first time watching you. That is, yeah, that's right. Nanette, I feel like you've been to another one just because I've responded to so many of your comments on the videos and stuff that now I'm like, wait, is this your first live stream? And then I realized you're right. It is. It's your first live stream. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to keep yapping away if I don't stop myself now. And Lena, I can tell, is hungry. She's giving me pouty face. So I'm going to go feed her. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all so much. And yeah, I will see you next time.